This is the Online Prosperity Show, the number one place to discover the ideas, strategies, and stories behind people who are solving real business problems in the real world. I'm your host, Prosper Taruvinga. And if you're a business owner who feels maybe invisible online, or you're struggling with your digital presence, or you can't turn that presence into real inquiries, or maybe start real conversations and ultimately real revenue, then today's episode is going to speak directly to you. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button from whatever platform you're watching or listening to this on, because every episode brings you exclusive insights from experts who are in the trenches doing the work. Now, today I'm really excited because we're joined by Preethi from Camezo Digital Services. Now, Preethi, how are you doing today?
Good, Prosper. How are you?
I am fantastic. I can't wait to jump into this. And the topic that you talk about is the topic that is near and dear to my heart. So I'm really excited for what we're about to uncover here. Now, for those that are meeting Preethi for the very first time, she describes herself as somebody with a positive attitude and the ability to multitask, which, if you're running a business, it's basically a survival skill, not just a personality trait. Because running a digital services company or a digital agency, like I also do myself, isn't just about websites and marketing. It's about solving problems, managing expectations, and staying creative under pressure. And also, in the process, you're helping your clients grow in a world that constantly changes every 5 minutes. So I'm really excited to hear from Preethi and what she has been doing. Now, obviously, before we actually get started, I wanted to ask everybody else who's watching right now, have you ever felt like you're doing everything online, but it just feels like you're not getting the results that you expect? Well, if this resonates with you, just type yes, I've been there in the comments, and we'll know who you are, and maybe we can reach out and help you out a little bit. Now, Preethi, obviously this show is about you, not about me at all. Take us back to the beginning from, when it all sort of started. What drew you into the world of digital services and business?
Yeah, it's all about, let me start from my academics. I'm an MBA graduate, especially with consultancy management and marketing solutions. The academic background probably was one of the first triggering point for me to come into the business world and to start helping people to know about a lot of business strategies and also like the thought process of helping others how to promote their business. And because I'm not from any IT background who was like actually coding, but I'm from a marketing background where I can help people to promote their ideas and take it into the world for reality. So yeah, that's where it originated. Later, I have been partnering with my spouse because he is from an IT background who was a developer who actually built softwares and tried to put ideas of the people into the real-time softwares where they can interact with their customers. And it actually helped me a lot to communicate with him for the ideas of the people who come to me as a customer. So we create the websites or the cloud-based e-commerce softwares, and then me trying to take that into the real-time world, pushing the Google ads, pushing the email campaign or any social media ad campaigns, and putting those ideas in front of the people and to help the customers of us to achieve the target leads or to generate the leads in place and convert it into their real-time customers.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for giving us that tidbit of information. And yes, I
Yes.
have since met up with your husband, and he's such a knowledgeable man in his industry. Now, if we are looking at, maybe your path, you did mention, academically, you ended up doing, marketing and
Yes.
also business and things of
Yes.
that nature. But
Yes.
as you were growing up, was that the aspiration, or what did you want to do when you were a kid?
Yeah, running up a business has always been my first time reality, because I was brought up in a family where people all were like into 9 to 5 jobs, and they were looking for a very secure income every month. But I was somewhere struggling to find my own space, put my ideas into place, and then to do something creative and to take risk in life instead of looking for a very secure income. And so when you see success, when you create them on your own, then comes the actual happiness, then to work for someone else's idea or someone else's company and having a secure income every month. So that was my original inspiration to even do the MBA degree, because I was originally from an electrical background. So I'm still an electrical engineer, which was it's still okay, but I am also more passionate to do the business, which gave me the idea to become an MBA graduate and then start up a company on my own.
Absolutely. And obviously, with the people that you mentioned that were around you, that were sort of looking for a secure job,
Yeah.
was there, when you started telling them, oh, I'm going to go into business by myself, was there any people that were telling you, no, 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 continue with what you're doing, and sort of trying to keep you safe?
Almost every one of my family, like, Preeti, it's not necessary for the like the payroll that you are getting. You don't want to really go outside to the world and stand over for a few hours and, like, try to get customers in. And I felt like, no, even if I try to make like $100 to $1,000 on my own, that is the real money that I actually owned, but not the money which was like actually came from someone else's effort of developing a company and then me working for them. So which was very interesting part to convince them, but luckily I had my husband who was very much supportive and who let me to do what I want. Even though I was in a very highly paid job, he was like, okay, I can take care of the family and you can spend your time into the business that you really wish for. So I'm glad that I got a good partner. Though I was grew up in a family which was very strict in educations and going up for a 9 to 5 job, they want me to be a very systematic woman with proper income than to have like a very like how do I put it in words? Yeah, than a woman who takes more risk. And what if you become a failure? And I'm again coming to the point. I'm a very positive person. I don't really mind what people think about in negative ways. So I told, like, no, if I'm going to try it in a very hard working way and I'm going to be sincere on what I'm doing, then definitely I'm going to win. So whatever idea it could be. So that's how it inspired me.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for that. You see, when people are around you are saying, oh, it's not going to work, it's not going to work, sometimes as
Yeah.
people, we start believing them and thinking, oh, but I also, what if it doesn't work? And then these people were right. And then now I'm going to be embarrassed in front of them. Was there a moment on your journey while you're creating this business where you realize, wait a minute, this is what I want to do, and this is actually going to work? Or was it more of an accidental, arrival?
No, it was not definitely an accidental arrival that I could tell, because I was a person, even before I moved to Australia, I had my small notes or a diary from my college days where I used to literally write all the calculations of people who do the business wherever I go. I used to travel in Uber cabs sometimes as a customer, and I used to ask him, how much do you really earn per hour of driving? And I used to back calculate his income. I used to go to a hotel for eating, and I would like really put my annuity formulas and see how much turnover this hotel could really make. So I was more interested, like not to do any kind of trade business which could gain profit, but I was more interested in service based business to see how the ideas really populate in anyone's minds. That was the key motivation. It was never an accidental decision to start a company.
And obviously, having to deal with all of this, what were some of the challenges that you faced when you were starting out that maybe people that are watching today might never imagine knowing your success that you now have now?
Yeah. So one advice that I could give everyone is no idea is a bad idea, right? Even a cookie seller earns in millions and millions, or even you don't want great ideas to do business. Whatever you're good at it, and if you're really passionate to do about it, then you're going to be very successful and you're going to make a huge turnover. If you're interested in cake making, if you're interested in cookie making, doesn't matter really. If you're in a highly paid job and you really wanted to do like a cookie selling business with a very nice branding and things, it's going to work in a wonderful way. So never ever deny your thoughts. Those are really important. Your hobbies and your interests really matters when you wanted to come into any business. So I'm a person who believes that any business that you take up has to really correlate with your character very well. Yeah, I'm a marketing strategist, or I'm a digital marketing person, because I'm a very proactive and an outspoken person. If I would have been a very introvert, I would have never chosen to be a digital marketing person. I would choose some business which could really correlate with my character well. So if I wanted to give one advice for the people who are really into any trade or any kind of business they wanted to start up with, first think whether it really of your 100% interest, whether you can give the commitment and it really correlates with your character. If you're an introvert and the business that you're choosing needs a lot of talking, then it's not going to work out, because your own character to come out of that comfort zone will take you years and years of effort. So that's what I have been observing across multiple people, because the people who fail in business, it's not because they are not doing a good job, or it's because it's not correlating well with their character well, so they couldn't succeed in that. Yeah.
Absolutely. You see, character is much more important, because with your character, you're going to be meeting people, you're going to be connecting with people. And if you're not going to be a people person, then it's very hard for you to actually get referrals and clients. Now, if you look at this connection between your character and the way you now serve clients today, is there a connection between these two?
Yeah, definitely. So the reason why I'm being more successful in this is because I'm able to talk with them, understand their business, and see what is their what is their aim to run the business in the near future. Okay, and I try to open up their minds. That's one of the first key point that I have as my character. I try to speak more with them and then try to open up their mind and see what their main aim in the next short time goal, and I try to put the marketing strategy in place so that they are more successful in the near future.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at your business, Camezo. First of all, where did that name come from?
Oh, it's like a derived word from Latin, so it meaning the beginnings. So it's like the starting of anything which is very major. So any business or anything that you come up with, it's just a beginning. It has. I'm a person who thinks there is no end to anything. It's just like beginning of the next big thing that you're going forward. So that's why I was looking for the best suited word which could match the meaning of beginning. And then we saw a Latin word which actually suited our vision much more. Yeah.
Like that, because everything has a start, like even,
Yeah.
with an egg, it starts the life of a chicken, a seed
Yeah.
starts the life of a tree, and things of that nature. Everything just does have a beginning. So, well, tell us, who do you help and what sort of problems do your customers or clients come to you with?
Yes, so Camezo currently is dealing with the customers and tradies across Australia. We are looking to help for the small scale to medium scale tradies who are into the business, who are really looking for their local customers to explore about their business, to let them know what they are doing. So we go and try to do the marketing strategy. We try to run ads for them. We try to create some pictures or videos for them and edit it for the content marketing across social media platforms. We also help them in providing all the technical support in terms of website development or SEOs or GEOs that they are really looking for. Yeah.
Absolutely. And with you working all across Australia, some people might not actually understand, how you bring value to them. What's something businesses constantly misunderstand about digital services or their online presence themselves?
Yes, so most local tradies think that they may not require a digital presence, but the world is changing. Everything is about digital presence now. Even they before they come to you, they try to go back to all your social media platform, and they come to a judgmental solution or a decision before even coming to you by looking at all your digital works online. So I tell people, even without running ads or not spending on any of the campaigns, you would at least maintain a social media presence across all the platforms and across the create your own media. If I wanted to talk it in your terms, have your websites in place, keep them updated, put all your works, yeah, and all, have regular monthly post and weekly updates and stories so people could come and see your work even before coming and talking to you. That gives you that gives them more confidence. Yeah. And then your conversion rates from a referral to lead and lead to a customer is very high.
You see, a tradie can come to you and say, "Oh, but I already have business cards. I already have brochures that I'm putting in the mailbox, or I've already got my car with my number and everything else. If people see it, they will call me." What would you say to somebody like that?
I've been looking at the brochures or the calendars that they put across in our mailbox nowadays. What I do, there are like 6 to 7 posters which have been in my mailbox. I directly take them, put it into the trash bin because I don't have time to sit. And but my digital device, which is the mobile or tab or laptop, it's every time in my hand. Every minute of free time that I get, I start browsing out in my Instagram pages or in my Facebook, which gives more attention, which creates more impression instead of mailing them, because people don't stay in house, they go out every time, and when they come back late in the evening, they're exhausted, so they don't have time to really pick up these posts and see what are the discount rates that are going on. But when they travel everywhere, they just see the phone every time. So it actually helps you to create more leads in that terms than having a brochures or visiting cards. It's I don't think people see them anymore. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you go in my mailbox, there's like a whole beat of all those marketing stuff, and maybe I should start taking them and calling them and saying, hey, thank you for your brochure, but I'm not going to be working with you. Do you?
Yeah, it's like an extra effort. Yeah, taking them and putting it into the trash. It's like oh, I hate cleaning them all time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Do you have you got maybe a client story, that shows, the sort of transformation that you bring, maybe after they've worked with you, where were they, what were they doing? And, you don't necessarily have to mention names, but maybe you can just give us a rundown of the transformation that you've created for a customer.
Yeah, definitely. I would give some examples of our existing clients whom we worked with and how we try to help them to have a consistent income rather than like looking for leads and waiting for their payments. So this person who was running a commercial cleaning business who came to us, and though he was having one or two commercial buildings as monthly contracts, he came to us and letting us know, Preethi, now I wanted to really scale it up and look for a more constant income. And we first targeted, we sat down and then we came up with an idea. Okay, if it is a commercial business, then what kind of things that you really wanted to focus on? There are a lot of multiple things, right? There are schools, there are swimming pools, there are office buildings that you can clean it with. So what do you want to really focus on, and where do you want to really work? And okay, but once I gave the list of like 15 to 20 sectors, and he told me, okay, I wanted to really go on institutions or school cleanings, right? And so the next step for us was to really go ahead and then create the list of schools and how we can talk to them or communicate them or reach them through their online platforms. Because when you talk about schools, most of them are government schools or Catholic schools. So we again subsegregated it, and we try to fetch the data for everyone and do an email campaign on a very repetitive basis, which works well for them. That's how we suggested them, and that's why we are here to help them which platform they could reach their target audience on a very effective way. And so after running the email campaigns for 3 months, 6 months, slowly school people started reaching back to them once their existing contract with their cleaners finished up. And he was very happy when there were multiple schools which signed off to him in few months term. And now he has a very good consistent income where he can plan his financials better, and he was very happy. And now the next target is for the manufacturing sector that we are trying to push the marketing campaign for and to grab more business for him. And in the meantime, we updated his websites with keywords, we put the SEOs in place. So whenever I try to push an ad in social medias, and we do like the click rates or the impression to their website, so which had a good conversion. And while looking at their updated website, people were very happy. And we also tried to push ads on weekly basis for him, which give more confidence for the customers. So that's one of the successful story where we took our normal trader to a mid-sized businessman now, where his success meant really a big thing to us, because that had a very proven result than going and running ad for a brand which is already existing and where people were aware of it. So this one was a very good success story.
Absolutely, and congratulations, and especially when someone really grows like that. That's the whole point
Yeah,
of being
yeah, that's right.
in business. But obviously, some people that might be watching this pretty might just think to themselves, you know what, I could just build a website for myself, and I can just run my own ads, and maybe I can get whatever results. Why would somebody really need the expertise of a digital agency like yourself? And why do you think that belief can actually hold a business back than give them more progress?
So, yeah, the one thing that I would tell is yes, anyone could build a static website or run their ads, but the key thing is they wanted to know what are the key words that they wanted to really check in, and how to push the content marketing in place with choosing the specific audience, how these things correlate with each other, right? Everything has to play well with each other. The SEO should be in place, the keywords in the website should be in place. On the other side, the social media ads should also redirect to them to the same website that they are building and things. So people try to miss out the key parts. They just build a static website or one or two pages, just pushing out their things which where they don't have SEOs in place, where they don't have like AI search engine tools in place. So the things that we do is we first put up a strategy in place where people fail to do that, and then we list out all the key parameters or the keywords that we wanted to show it to the world, where the second step where people fail, and the third one is they don't correlate all these together, right? But we as a marketing strategist who are really a special expert help them to coordinate with all these things and have 100% result.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, if you've got a toothache, you would go to a dentist. You wouldn't try and take the tooth out
Correct.
yourself, things like that.
Yeah.
So if somebody's watching this right now, Preeti, and they're thinking, oh, wow, maybe I should get in touch with Camezo, where can they go on the internet to find you?
We are on the LinkedIn. We are having our own website. I would just like give you the link for our website and our social media pages after this meeting, and you can just put it in your podcast if that's helpful.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I'll put all those links in there so that people can absolutely connect with you. You know, Preeti, something that I'm actually noticing as I speak to you. I mean, I've met you in person and now we're sort of connecting, on the podcast. It's that the qualities that you mentioned, which are positivity, adaptability, and multitasking, these are not just personality traits. They're actually the foundation of how you're helping your clients navigate complexity. Because if you're not positive and somebody's not getting results, they come to you and you're going to add on to, their problems. And if you're not adaptable, the way the algorithms are constantly changing, you wouldn't be able to actually maintain this business. And asking means you've mentioned your family, you've mentioned your business and everything else that comes along with it. So it just really totally helps you be, do, and have. And I think there's an invisible lesson to our audience here, because sometimes the very thing that has shaped you is the very thing that actually becomes your superpower. And I think that is what you're showcasing to us here today on the show, Preethi.
Yeah, thank you, Prosper. Even I'm so glad that I was able to give some thoughtful, statements where people could like really feel it's helpful to start their business or to scale their business. And if they have any difficulties in any of those, start putting their ideas to on a digital platform or scaling their business. So we are there always to help them. We try to do our best and show positive results. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you've shown us where you came from, obviously your background, and you've shown us what it is that you're doing, but we always believe in the what's next. What are you working on that we might be actually excited about, that now that you've brought us into your world, that we can cheer you on as you go along?
Yeah, so the next step for Camezo could be really work on the tradies part of Australia who are really finding leads and finding difficult to identify their right leads or the referrals. When we talk about the small scale businesses to medium sized businesses, so that was the difficult part. They don't have the budget to invest on marketing, so we are trying to come up with some subscription plans where we are having helping them to have a consistent ad running program which are with minimal budget, whatever they could come up with. If they wanted to spend like $1,000 every month on their digital presence, then we are trying to come up with some sort of subscription plans for them. Okay, for this set of budget, we are going to have like 3 to 4 number of ads every month, and so this will actually help them to have to build more trust with the people. So that's the next goal for the Camezo, in terms of helping all the small scale to medium scale business tradies. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Preethi, thank you so much for sharing your story and your
Yeah.
insights, and also your journey with us today. I mean, your life story and your experience can really help another business become profitable and enjoyable. So I really thank you for the work that you're doing. And I think the name Camezo, like you said, it means the beginning. I think this is the beginning of a lot more bigger things for you
Yeah.
and your business.
Okay, thank you, Prosper. Looking forward to it, and we'll try to do our best to support the community where we are living. Yeah.
Absolutely. And for everybody that's watching right now, if today's conversation really helped you see your own challenges a little bit differently, don't keep this episode to yourself. Share this episode with someone who really needs to hear this message, and especially a tradie in Australia that is looking to grow their business so that they too can have a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And I think Preethi and her team at Camezo will be definitely eager to help so that they can actually start creating a bigger online presence, which actually helps them convert into a prosperous business. Now, for those that are interested in the show, obviously in our next episode, we're going to be talking about ideas that can help you create a happier, more fulfilling existence, both in business and in life. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that are going to come through. Now, here's my challenge to you that's watching right now. I want you to take one thing that you heard today and act on it within the next 24 hours, because insight without action is just entertainment. Until next time, keep building, keep learning, and keep creating your own prosperity. Bye for now.